Hi, Block News viewers. I'm Heather Geisler, and I am here with Adam Charles, the creative director of Boosto. Hi, Adam.
Hey, Heather, how are you? Join the conference?
Very much enjoying the conference.
You haven't lost your voice yet.
Not yet, surprisingly, yeah.
Mine is keeping up there too. But no, I'm having a great time, you know. I'm meeting a lot of new people, and I get to talk about things I'm very passionate about.
Yeah.
Not only my own project, but just the crypto industry as a whole and how it's going to change the world and help people.
Yeah, very fascinating, right?
Yeah. So I guess I'll give you a little overview of what actually brought me here.
Yeah.
I have a token called Boosto, and it is basically a social media token. It does a lot of things. I really think it's going to help change the world by completely giving power back to the influencers. So any content creator currently, if they want to make a living, become YouTube famous or just live their dreams. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to become YouTube famous?
Yeah.
Or Instagram
My nephew
famous?
wants to be YouTube famous.
Well, most guys want to be YouTube or Twitch famous. Girls, Instagram famous, and surprisingly, people over 35 Twitter famous. But there's political reasons for that. But anyhow, if you want to monetize your talents, make a living, you have to work in the constructs of the social media platform. There is a clear glass ceiling. I'll use YouTube as an example. If you want to make a living at YouTube, you have to run ads on your YouTube video. What's the first thing you do when you see an ad on a YouTube video?
Look away.
Nah, you try and skip. How long do you try to skip? Like 30 seconds? I'm already there. I have my finger like this before I hit play.
Yeah, you know it's coming.
And you know, most people blame the content creator, YouTuber, for that ad, particularly if it's really terrible, but they have no control over what goes on their channel. And they have to split that cost with Google, who owns YouTube. The other aspect is sponsored content, which is what we call influencer marketing. An influencer is any social media star that gets compensated to advertise a product. So say, I'll use Logan Paul, who's one of the biggest YouTube stars. I like Logan Paul very much. He is exactly like he is in his videos. A little dumb, but a really charismatic guy. He really cares about what he's doing. He actually loves people. He's a good guy despite the trouble he gets himself into. So Logan Paul, let's say Coca-Cola goes, I got the new Coke, Diet Coke. You need to lose some weight, Logan Paul. You're not shredded enough. I want you to advertise this. He goes, okay, that'll be $113,000, which is about his going rate. Coca-Cola goes, all right, here you go. Well, now he's at the mercy of that advertiser. He has to do what they want, etc. And of course, because it's a lot of money to use him, and I kind of estimated that number, they're gonna want their return. So it's a lot of hassle for him. No, with Boosto, you can monetize your talents however you want. Say you're a video game YouTuber. For 2 Boosto, I will play you in Mortal Kombat right now. And if you win, I'll give it back. It's prom season coming up. I'm a makeup YouTuber. For 5 Boosto, I will hop on Skype and tell you how to do your makeup.
That's cool.
I'm a cryptocurrency YouTuber, which is a very popular form of YouTuber that just came out of nowhere with the boom of crypto. You want me to take a look at your white paper, read it over? 10 Boosto. So many things you can do. You're a music influencer. I'm going to sing you happy birthday, leave you a voicemail. I'm an artist. I'm going to draw you a caricature and mail it. There's so many things you can do. You can think it is possible, but there's only possible for the use of DApps or DApp. So DApp or DApp, no one can figure out what to call it yet. 50 people call it DApp, 50 people call it DApp. Eventually there'll be a war that decides the name. So I'm just going to call it DApp. It's the same thing as a mobile app, except it's on a blockchain. So developers will make these DApps, put on a blockchain that allows that makeup influencers to give that prom advice, allows that crypto influencers to read that white paper, etc. And the developers will split the money made off that 50-50. So if someone says 2 Boosto to play Mortal Kombat, the gaming influencer gets a Boosto and the developer gets a Boosto. Now this is very important because I come from the gaming industry, particularly the mobile game industry. I know that mobile game developers, they get like 15% of their profit. iOS, Google, they take a big cut, and then there's marketing efforts. If there is a platform that needs to be decentralized, it is the App Store. Walking around this great conference, I see a lot of people saying decentralize this, decentralize that, and the first thing I ask is why. And when I say why, they start telling me what their product does, how it works, I'm like, no, that's not.
Yeah.
Think of me as someone who knows nothing about cryptocurrency. Pretend I don't live in San Francisco or New York. Pretend I live in Iowa. Why?
Yeah.
And they can't figure it out.
So why for you?
Well, why did the App Store need to be decentralized? Because they take too big of a cut. In 2013, flip phones went extinct like the dinosaur. Everyone had a smartphone. Well, remember there's an app for that? There's an app for that? There's an app for that? Guy who made Tinder, famous, rich. Guy who made DoorDash, rich. So all the kids that were in school, I'm going to become an app developer. This is my way. This is how I'm going to make a living. So these kids that are now 24 to 27 and out of school, they're app developers. Can't make any money. They're unemployed. They have no jobs. They're living on welfare, especially in some Asian countries, China, Turkey, Greece, India. There's a lot of them are homeless. There are even, I've heard stories of homeless shelters that provide free Wi-Fi in China so they can code their apps. You know, it's really stinks. You can't get seen on the App Store, and it's too saturated, take too big a cut. So by decentralizing the App Store, providing a protocol that is basically a decentralized app that everyone can use, not just us. I'm using it for influencer marketing, but we're going to give the protocol to everybody. Everybody will be able to use that protocol, and it will create new jobs. You know, there will be an app for everything. Every project, every ICO, there will be an app for that. It will be decentralized. The money will be split evenly, and it will make the world a better place.
It sounds like that's really what you're going for. You really just want to help other people.
I do, and you know, I come from a community management background. I really like working with people and making sure that, you know, their lives are just a little bit better. If that means helping someone introduce to a new video game, a new product, anything that will let them just wake up happier. It's why I love YouTube so much.
Yeah.
So
What's the future, do you think, of YouTube in regards to like the crypto world?
Oh man, that's a great question. No, I'm going to go on forever, so stop me if I go on too long. So currently I was doing a lot of social media marketing, a lot of influencer marketing, if you will. Gaming, fashion, cooking. You have a certain type of YouTube channel you like to watch?
Yeah, I go on there for recipes, how to
Recipe,
make sushi,
cooking, sushi.
stuff
You're
like that.
sushi maker.
I've been learning.
I'm not gonna trust myself making anything that involves large knives.
I will toot my horn. I've been pretty good.
So anyhow, those categories. There are cooking influencers that have millions of subscribers. There are gamers that have millions of subscribers. You know who's good, who's not, who's on the come up. With cryptocurrency, the boom happened in like November. So in summer, there was no crypto channels. One that existed just had a couple hundred subscribers. Come September, there was a couple that was reaching 1,000. Come November, they just blew up. Between November and January, about 4,000 of the cryptocurrency channels that popped out of nowhere. And no one knew who was good, who was a scammer, who was trying to steal your money, who knew what they were talking about, who didn't. It was a wild, wild west. There was no hierarchy. We started equal. So unfortunately, a lot of people trusted people who weren't didn't have good attention. They were malicious. They lost a lot of money. And brands weren't willing to invest in anyone because they didn't know who was talking about. I don't think people realize how important YouTube is. I'm going to give you a great analogy. If I were to take a map of the United States and post it on that wall and then give you a dart. Are you any good at darts?
Pretty decent.
I'm going to give you a dart. I'm going to say, I want you to hit New York City or San Francisco.
Not going to happen.
Where do you think the dart would actually land?
In the ocean.
Well, if you don't kill us all, if it happened to hit land, you'll probably land in a flyover state like Iowa or Oklahoma City. And that's the fallacy that all tech companies in general make. They forget that not everyone lives in New York or San Francisco. Once your product takes off, when cryptocurrency really takes off, and it's taken off now, if blockchain doesn't disappear in a year, all those people that live in the flyover states become your user base. That would be 95% of your user base. And right now, they go online and they see CNN and cryptocurrency. What is that? You know what they do? They Google it. And then they have the option of reading white papers or stories. No, they go to YouTube and they learn about cryptocurrency from a relatable person, someone that looks like someone they could be friends with, that tells it in a very simple manner. It's not like a math equation. So if all of these companies eventually want to succeed, they don't want their alt coaching to fail, you have to appeal to the masses, and the best way to do that is YouTube.
Well, briefly, before we get going, what is one thing you want our Block News viewers to know?
YouTube is the future of getting everybody involved.
Yeah.
These conferences, these speaking, these are great for people who are hardcore users, but eventually the whole world will need to be involved in cryptocurrency, and YouTube's the way. And cheap plug, cryptoinfluence.io is coming out soon. It is a free website, a free tool that lists, based on a complicated algorithm, the best influencers, the ones that won't scam you. There's about 250. They're ranked from 1 to 250. And I list all the scammers, all the bad guys, all the ones that want to take your money. I blacklist them, and I will make sure they never work in the industry again.
Go check that out.
Cryptoinfluence.io.
Thank you, Adam, and thank you, Block News viewers.